Welcome to episode 18. I'm Robert Penner. This is Old Head Young Minds. I'm Robert Penner. And
Are you drunk?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know what the fuck just happened. What did I? Okay. Take
God.
4. Yeah, no, never mind. We like it like natural.
We're not redoing that.
No, we're not.
We're just going to let you look like...
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm Allison Fine.
And today we have a guest. You want to introduce yourself?
How you doing? I'm DJ Jay-Marr from Northwest Noize.
So, I think we sent you this in the outline. We always start with a little check-in called You Good.
Okay.
Let's start with you today. Let's start with our guest. We never start with our guest. Are you good?
I'm good. I'm blessed.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
I've been going through a lot. I think just on a personal level, you know what I'm saying? I'm a young man. I was actually diagnosed with heart failure a couple months back, and I'm just kind of, you know what I'm saying, dealing with that. And I'm blessed. I feel grateful every single day. It's just to kind of, you know, get up and move around and just, you know what I'm saying, do the little things, you know what I'm saying, when those things are kind of taken from you. I think us as people, we kind of take that for granted. So I'm blessed. I'm here today.
I don't feel like he is morally superior to us at this point. Because we'd be like, oh, my neck hurts. I'm not that good.
I know. I'm like, damn.
Are you good?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's it? Just you're good?
We just did, I know y'all see these weekly, but we just did one episode. Now we're on this episode.
Yeah, this is our second episode.
For the day, so we do back to back to...
Because we have...
save
especially
time.
when we have guests.
Yeah.
And we have our, busy schedules ourselves. So this episode will come out on the 1st of November.
Yeah.
Just to be, just so everybody's mindful of when this comes out.
Okay.
Which I will take a second to say that I guess, am I good? Did you ask that? I don't even know.
Are you good?
Oh, okay,
Are you good?
cool.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't. I just don't remember if you did legitimately. Yeah, I'm good. But I will say, because this episode is coming out on the 1st of November, that Tuesday the 7th is election day. So wherever you are, please go vote, because there's school board races and there are city council races that people, they're important races. So please
I think we forget
do your
about
education.
Those,
I mean, I don't, coming from where I come from in terms of politics, but I don't talk about politics too much on the pod. But please go vote. If you're not registered, if you don't, you should have already got your ballot. If you don't, call your local elections office and figure out how to vote, because voting is important.
Yeah.
So wherever you are, in many, many, many states. Other states have different different election days, but this is, the one in Washington. It's important, especially those school board races, because like I know in Federal Way where Jay-Marr and I live, there's some crazy fucking people running for school board right now. It's, we don't talk about it on here because we don't talk much politics, but one of the ways that like the crazy Trump right is trying to like infiltrate politics is through the schools.
Oh, okay.
And so like, they're considered like low level elections and easier to get into. And they're usually, there's not a lot of financial barriers about like, because you have to pay money to get onto a ballot, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Those are the lower level ones, the lower level risk, financially and whatever. But those people sit on school boards for 4, 6, 8, 10 years. They have a lot of impact. Or now I'm a school board member for 6 years. Now I'm going to run for city council. Then I'm going to be the mayor.
It's a long game. It's a door
It's a long game.
Okay.
So please vote.
Yeah.
It is important.
If you don't vote, if you don't vote, don't complain.
I mean, that's part of it. But also, if you don't know who to vote for and you can't tell by your voter's guide, call your local Democratic organization. Call somebody that you trust that's mindful. If you live in Federal Way, call me. But please vote wherever you're at. Okay. That's important. So other than that, November 1st, I'm good. This weekend coming up, I talked about in the last episode, I have a couple days I'm doing with Ty Burnett and Mr. Mookie and Tony Daniel and Travis Simmons over at Chi-Town Pizza in Tacoma, Spanaway area.
Nice.
But it's a theater. It's a pizza place. Next door is a theater, second stage theater, and it's really nice. It's like 120 people or something. So
cool.
I'm super excited about the opportunity. Yeah. So that's cool. Other than that, I'm good.
Yeah. Did your 49ers win earlier? Did you check the score in between episodes?
So we're taping this on the 25th of... Wait, no. We're taping this on the 15th of October, and my 49ers did not win. We lost to the Browns.
They lost the first one. I mean, that's the first one they lost.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You're a Browns fan?
Whatever.
Absolutely.
It's the first time I've ever heard him say that.
He's lying.
What's funny is he's lying.
I didn't want to have this conversation on this episode.
Oh, that's so...
Yeah, whatever. I mean, honestly, this is like the Seahawks lost today too, right? Like,
oh, damn.
Whatever.
No, I did pick them to lose, so I'm good. I'm good.
And who's Philly playing? That's what I really need to lose now.
I don't know who they're playing, but I know I got a message that my girl's a Philly fan. You know, she's from Philly, so she was like struggling to find the channel.
Yeah, I mean, as far as it is what it is. At the end of the day, I say this and I mean this. We could be 0-16. I'd be like, bang, bang, Niner gang, motherfucker.
That's the
I'm
thing,
a true
man.
fan, so whatever.
If you're going to be a fan through the good times and the bad times.
The Browns have a good defense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah.
The Browns have a good defense. Obviously, it ended up 17-19. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of fucking field goals on both sides. We both have good defenses, and they faced off today. You know what I'm saying? So I can't ever be mad at that. I mean, you know, whatever. The road to the Super Bowl still runs through us, and we know that. And it was just 1 week.
I'm excited for this evening because the ALCS starts tonight.
Oh, baseball?
Baseball. Yeah. Houston versus Texas.
That sounds...
It's going to be...
Like no abortions are happening there?
Huh?
Nothing.
No abortions. I have no abortions.
Nobody better get pregnant these games. You stuck.
Right there. Yeah. Anyways, that's
Nook, you good?
I'm surviving.
I don't know how I feel about that answer. I love that on the last episode we had Kristen Speakman from Bella Red Salon. And I love that. At the very end, before she left, Nook was like, "Can I show you my nerdy picture of me and my wife at Comic-Con?" And we talked about how her husband...
What, are you jealous?
No, I just thought it was cute.
No, we just like that. I liked it too. The connection. The connection, yeah. Nerds unite, you know?
Her husband, you know, is into that nerd shit. So I love that. I love that for everybody. But our guest today, we actually were supposed to have a different guest. And that person had to have some medical stuff happen. So
we'll hope to have them on the next time. That person
we'll have on soon. So then we have a list that we have of all the different people that we want to invite as guests. And so I got 2 DJs listed on there. One is the homie Sean the Shaman, of course, and then my very good friend Jay-Marr Wilson. So he's here. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about,
talk about yourself. Let's start there. Like, tell us your upbringing or something. Where do you start?
Definitely my upbringing. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, originally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was raised in Federal Way. Grew up in a little small town out there. Man, I come from a real small family. I got about 4 sisters. I'm the only boy. Mom's a really, really, really strong lady. You know, that's one of my best friends. That's my girl.
Shout out to Audra. She's dope.
That's mommy. And so yeah, man, like I was raised in the church. You know what I'm saying? So mom was a singer, real big on it. You know, music. So that kind of like started my journey. I played the drums as a child. You know what I'm saying, in the church, and so that kind of propelled me to kind of get into DJing.
Okay.
And that kind of like I never wanted to be a DJ, to be honest with you. Yeah, I thought it was kind of corny, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the rappers and the DJs, like, I saw that everyone was doing it, and I wanted to do something different with myself, with my career, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? I was playing basketball and doing different things, and then I think one day I was at the casino, to be honest with you, and I heard a real shit. I went to the casino, and had a couple of chips and dip, you know, me and my boys, and I heard the DJ make a crazy mix. It was crazy. I've never heard anything like this before in my life. And at that moment, I was like, I want to learn how to do that, but I don't want to DJ. and it was just, for me, it was that stigma, you know, and then one day I got real serious about it, kind of started doing little different events and clubs, and I got invited to tour, went on Vans Warped Tour, and then, and then just changed my whole entire life. I was around really, really like real artists, and I wasn't a fan of rock. It was just a simple fact that like, I know who you guys are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up on the TV, on MTV Box, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you. And so to see, like, that it could happen, and this is a real touchable dream. It's not just a dream, but it could be touched. It motivated me to something totally different, where I wanted to create platforms for other artists, not just rappers and DJs, but comedians and, painters, whatever you're doing artistically. I wanted that on my side. So I made a business called Northwest Noize, and I've been jamming ever since.
So real quick, because you went through a lot of things very fast in there, let's talk timelines. Because you're very young still.
Yes.
How old are you?
33.
Right. So you're very young.
Yes.
And you moved here from Cleveland when?
I want to say 97.
So how old were you?
About 7 years old.
Yeah, you were a baby still, right?
So you're from Cleveland, but this is
home.
This is home.
This is home.
Okay.
So you did that, and then you graduated high school.
Yes, I did.
And then at what point? When did you go on the Warped Tour?
So honestly, like that was a long time from as far as like me being a kid in school and then really developing to being a DJ. Like I said, I never wanted to be a DJ. I was, I thought I was any urban, normal city kid, getting to shit, doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing, in trouble a lot. I was never a bad kid, but I knew the difference between right and wrong. And, so with that being said, like, I had no idea what I wanted to do until like 26 years old. When I hit like 26, 27, I really started like understanding that, like, you know what, like, if I don't do something with my life, I'm gonna end up dead or in jail. And that's just the fact. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be another statistic. And I didn't want to be another number because my mom left Cleveland because of those reasons. Yeah. And so it didn't make sense. It took a long time, but it didn't make sense for me to go backwards.
Where are you at in the birth order of your sisters?
I'm the oldest.
Okay.
I'm the oldest, yeah.
Some of these questions I know the answer to, but
that's good.
I just think it's good background information. Because you also had a lot of little faces, because your youngest sister's very young.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's 17.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you have a lot of little faces looking to you, and my brother's only 2 years younger than me, but he still will say, like, stuff that you did right or wrong are things that I learned from, and you have such a range of sisters that that's important. But also, like, being a young Black boy in this day and age can be tough.
Yeah.
And so the streets can take you quickly, and you're right. You could only, if you don't go down the right path, the wrong path is right there, very available, right?
Yeah.
And so if something ever happened to you, you have a lot of people who would be devastated.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of pressure because you're the oldest. So
yeah, I mean, and not even just with me being the oldest in my family, I feel in my community, I'm very important as well.
Talk about it.
I feel that the things that I do for my city, I love Federal Way. Yeah. And I love the potential that it brings out. I love the people that it creates, and I love the mindset that it brings out when you're from there. You're kind of, when you're from Federal Way, you're not from Tacoma, you're not from, you're kind of like the little brother of those cities. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one knows about Fed. It's always either Seattle or Tacoma. And so, like, I feel that we have so much that we've offered to just, like, the business, one of the biggest producers in hip hop, created hit records for Chris Brown and Beyonce. They're from Federal Way, went to Decatur High School. Okay. And they don't get that kind of love. We have NBA players that come out of here all the time. And you know what I'm saying? So just being from that dynamic for me is something to be proud of, because like I said, we're not going to get the big South ends and the CD South outs and, Tacoma, Hilltop. Like, we're not known like that. Yeah. But I feel that, like, what we produce, we're so overlooked, and it's just kind of unfair. And so, like, that's why, like, when you're from there, you're kind of proud of that, to be from Federal Way.
And I've only been there 10 years, right? But I see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am so integrated in the community, both at the high end, the political level, and the community organizing level, but also at the street level, right? Because There's a couple bars that we go to like every weekend. You've been to them with us.
Yeah.
Jerseys or the hitching post, sometimes the scoreboard, things like that. And it's the same people every weekend. I call it cheers because that's what I don't even drink. I mean, Jay-Marr could tell you, like, I rarely drink when we're out. I go there to see the people. I go out there because those people have become family to me. Those people have become a huge part of my community.
Right.
In those spaces. And people really are proud of being from Federal Way. It's so funny because other people, white people like to call it Felony Way on Federal Way, or, you know, old people who just moved there are just like, man, it's not really that, you know, whatever. But it's like people who are from there are proud.
Yeah.
I don't know if did I talk on the pod about how, I don't know if I did, how I went to TCC and then I went to the hitching post later and there was all those kids, those young people.
Yeah, you talk about it and they recognize you.
Right, and they were just like gassing me up all night, which is cool. But the one guy who was older, they were all in their early 20s, but the one girl, her husband was 35. And he was very drunk, mind you. But he just kept saying like, just remember when you're out there telling your jokes, always rep for the Fed, always rep for the Fed. And I'm like, well, I feel you, bro. Like, I'm from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rep who I am. But trust me, I don't discredit the fact that Federal Way as a city is my home.
Yeah, I mean, I lived there.
Yeah, you did.
I lived there twice in a cumulative of like 3 or 4 years, you know. But I found a house in Tacoma and that's where
But there is a lot of pride there. So.
But yeah.
There's a lot of pride there. And I don't know. People have a weird conception of what Federal Way is like. And I'm like, I don't know. It's home to me. That's all I know.
I mean, I think that's the best way to explain it. It's home. You know, like I said, when you're not from there, when you're from, like I said, the Seattles and the Portlands, and, the whole Northwest in general, you know, like I said, like Fed, we're so overlooked. We're so overlooked. But we got some of the dopest DJs. Some of the best artists, R&B, hip hop, to rock, to whatever you want to do. Like some of the funniest comedians. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's a really a big melting pot of just everything, and it's so diverse. And so, you know, I'm from the Fed through and true. You know, so that's just me.
No, and I hear that sentiment from a lot of people. So I love that because I grew up in a small town, you know, for high school called Victorville in the desert, Southern California. But we had a lot of pride. Yeah. So, rep where you from. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But I love a lot of the people that are in Federal Way. And I'm lucky to live there. Let's talk about how you transitioned. Once you decided that you wanted to become a DJ, what did that process look for you?
What you mean? Like, give me a little bit lower.
I mean, like, where do you... Okay, so full disclosure, my dad was a DJ. We've talked about it. My dad DJ'd in the 80s in San Francisco. Like, I can't ever see my dad doing cocaine, but I'm pretty sure my dad did cocaine. Like, I don't know how you didn't, right? He probably saw and did some wild shit, but my dad's been gone for a long time. Like, I never got to ask him, like, how'd you start? I think I know. My dad's the oldest of 8 kids. And they're Catholic. And so I think he started DJing because, like, when my grandparents would be gone, they'd have parties. I think so. But, like, I didn't get to ask him, like, what that process was or where he started because that wasn't who my dad was when I was born, right? Okay. So how did you, once you decided, okay, this is something that I want to do and I want to make my life around it, then what do you do? Like...
So for me, I was trying to get in the game, to be honest with you. I was trying to get in the game. And I would look around I didn't know no DJs, you know, like I didn't know nobody, you know what I'm saying? But I would see one DJ all the time on every flyer I would go to. I would go to parties, right? I would always see a name called Don G. I would see this man all the time on every flyer I would be at. And one day, I was like, you know what? I'm about to go meet Don G. I had no idea who this man was at all. You know, just kind of admiring from afar. And he was just so dope. I mean...
He's Tacoma grown, right?
Yeah, Tacoma grown, Tacoma boy. And with that being said, like, I guess I didn't know the boy. And I kind of built up some courage to go talk to him on his booth and everything. And I kind of chickened out. I kind of felt like, you know, weird. I'm trying to go talk to another man, you know what I'm saying, about an opportunity. I don't even know you. But when I met him, he was the coolest dude in the world. Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm talking about like really real and gave me the opportunities that a lot of DJs don't, you know. when you're a high level DJ, you know, especially in this industry, you don't really want to share. You really don't want to, you know, you're the gatekeeper of a lot of things.
Right.
And bro never did that not one time to me. And he was the best DJ in the state. I mean, awards and anything you can think of when it came to DJing, tours, anything. I mean, he was the dude. And so for me, you know, to basically be like a young pup, I just want to get in the run. That's it. I just want to run, man. You know what I'm saying? And he threw me in the fire. You know, he kind of put me out there and was like, all right, if you're serious about this, then come meet me here. And, you know, threw me in the water and told me to swim. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I think I want to be a DJ for real. Because it's like, I'm an athlete, you know, and so it kind of gives me that mood again, that pressure again, where, you know what I'm saying, it's game 7, you got 4 seconds left, you know what I'm saying? So that crowd and everything else, you know what I'm saying?
What were you asking him for, though? Like, did you already have turntables and like know the mechanics of it? Or,
so I really
don't think there's a DJ school, right? So how do you learn that shit?
I mean, no. Well, there is academy.
There is
an academy. So J-Master Jay from Run DMC, he has an academy in LA that I actually attended.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So I attended this academy in LA, but I didn't learn from there. I really learned from just getting in the fire.
Yeah.
I had a good friend that was a DJ, quote unquote, and we just, you know, my boy Jay-Marr Coop, shout out to him. We had like a little group when we was kids, and my boy Dakin was actually our DJ and Team Jay-Marr, and he wasn't a real DJ. He just pressed play, but he had all this equipment when we got older, and he was just like, bro, here, take this. And, you know, I basically kind of got like all this freak speakers and DJ board, laptop, all this stuff for basically like $150.
That's a plug.
And, you know, and so at that point, it was just like, you know, maybe I should be doing this. So I took it was kind of like a new video game when you're a kid.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like you want to play and master it and get good and then show all your friends how, you know, and that's just kind of what it was with me. You know what I'm saying? After I got like understanding what mixing was and transitioning and all that kind of stuff was, that's when like everything kind of changed my whole perspective. Like, I'm pretty good at this. I'm teaching myself how to do it. So it wasn't like someone taught me and, you know what I'm saying, it was just really going based off my history of my mom being a gospel singer, me being a drummer, you know what I'm saying, like just matching beats and beat patterns. It kind of just made sense to me when it was time to really start putting in the work. Okay. So that's how I kind of became a DJ on this.
And then do you want to talk about the evolution of your relationship with Don G?
That's my big bro. Don G's my mans, you know. I really appreciate just the simple fact that, you know, he didn't have to do what he did. And the simple fact that he's seen potential in me. And I've only been DJing for 5 years. So it ain't like I've been doing this a long time, but I've been on tour and I've done shows with, you know, some West Coast legends like Yuck Mouth, and I've done some really dope things. And if it wasn't for Big Bro, who knows? I probably would never touch that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that like he's Dr. Dre and I'm Eminem. You know what I'm saying? He's Batman and I'm Robin. And I'm so okay with that because my opportunity will come where, you know, I can be Big Dog one day. So I'm okay with being the sidekick.
We all got to start somewhere, right?
Definitely.
I don't know. What else I want to ask?
I have lots of questions.
Yeah. So Don G, so how long have you been doing DJing now? You said you've been doing 5 years when he put you.
Oh, no.
Now?
No, it's been 5 years total. I started this in 2018.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think that's like a bigger progression than most? I don't know.
I feel that I gotta play catch up, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I feel that like hip hop, right? In general, it lost its flavor. It lost its art. I feel that anyone can come in this thing and do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got no offense to nobody else, but we got strippers who are rappers now. You know what I'm saying? And this is just a fact of what's going on in hip hop.
I'll put it on the record. Sexy Red is trash.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I can't handle all these podcasts I listen to. They be like, Sexy Red's record is cool. No, it's not. Like okay.
No, I was the same thing. You know, I think we mentioned the BET Awards or what was it last episode?
Yeah.
And I was scrolling to see who won and stuff, and I like don't know none of these motherfuckers. And I'm just that's supposed to be the better.
Did you watch the BET Awards?
I don't no more.
Well, I watched it this year. I don't always catch it, but I was able to catch and record it. So I watched it 3 nights ago. And like, they did the cypher, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know who Rory and Mal are?
Yeah.
Right? From
Yeah.
From formerly being with Joe Budden.
Yeah.
I religiously listened to their podcast, right?
Okay.
And they were talking about how they hated the ciphers and they just think that the ciphers aren't what they're supposed to be anymore. I thought the ciphers were dope and they had so many women in the ciphers. So just for context, for people who are not familiar with some of these like culturally specific terms, a cipher is when like rappers get together and they freestyle, right? Either off of one each other. It's not a battle rap.
Yeah.
It's just them displaying their own art in a beat that they, were not prepared for usually. BET is known for having these big ciphers with new artists paired with, they go in groups, usually 4 or 5 at a time. And there's new artists and then there's like OG artists. So this one, they were honoring Swiss Beats and Timberland. Also, pause. They never said the word Magoo one time.
That's crazy.
sad.
I thought
That's
that
crazy.
was
Is there some
weird.
drama that I don't know about?
crazy.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, did
I actually think McCoo just passed away.
he did pass away.
Well, he did.
He just
That's
had a
what
heart.
I'm saying.
He just died of a heart attack. But
They should have mentioned it, you know?
the fact that he did not show, like he and Swiss Beats, because they started Versus
Yeah.
and like saved music during the pandemic in a lot of ways. They honored them with this one of those million, lifetime achievement style awards or whatever. Never one time did anybody mention Magoo. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just that's the ins and outs of the music industry that I don't get. But in my consciousness as a consumer, it was Timberland and Magoo before it was anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then eventually they split up and Timberland kept going on with Justin Timberlake, whatever. But Timberland, Magoo, and Missy,
Genuine, Aaliyah.
right. That was a click, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, that was very weird. Okay, sorry. I don't want to sidetrack too much, but that was fucking weird. Because when it happened, we were talking about it. If you know, I wasn't with you. I was with Melanie. I was with Melanie.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, Magoo just passed away, but nobody was talking about it. It was very weird. And it was even weirder that they didn't give any kind of tribute. Like somebody couldn't have come out and done his flow. Like, I don't know. The whole thing was weird to me. Anyways, and I'm like, did he do something bad that we don't know about? Or what?
And you said, I'm going to go back and watch it. Now you've inspired me to go back.
But the ciphers were dope.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go back and watch it. And because I was looking, I think we were just scrolling to look at who won awards.
Yeah.
And I was seeing no females.
Oh, no. I
And
don't
I
know
was
about,
just like,
first of all, they only gave out like 3 awards on the actual show.
And it's probably not, the awards is not for the show. It's, yeah.
But those ciphers had so many good ones. So first they did 3 ciphers. One was Swiss Beats and his team. And Simba was on there, who's from Antioch, so that's like another home for me. That's from the Bay Area. He made this line about being from Lone Tree, and it's like, it's just a street in Antioch, so it's very cool because Simba is like, he's a dope up and coming. Well, he's not really even up and coming. He's been around for a minute.
Okay, definitely.
But they had Simba, and then they had Cassidy, and Cassidy looked amazing and sounded amazing, so I really liked his. And then, but everybody else was a woman on Swiss Beats team. Timberland had 4. I think like Scarlett, she's coming up in the game, and I think she was on Swiss's team. Timberland had 4 people, all women except for Bun B. And then the third cipher was weird. It was 2 women, and then this Mexican dude was like the leader.
Mexican OT?
Yeah, Mexican OT, yeah.
Was that it?
He's from the H. That's how I knew it is.
He's like a crazy person.
No, he's
I mean, his flow was dope, but he was like the one that like shouted out at the beginning. I'm like, I don't even know who this dude is.
Yeah. No, he's blowing up.
There was probably there must have been 7 women just in the ciphers, and then they had a couple one of the like outros where it'd be like a DJ. It was very heavy on the DJ and producer. That was kind of the theme of the night,
As they should.
and they had one of those. They had those outros where there'd be like a DJ and then a rapper. And one of the girl that rapped, I think she goes by Little Devin or Devin, like Devyn. She was. I had hope for rap for women because like. I was just talking to somebody about this last night. Like, I grew up with Little Kim and Foxy Brown. You know what I'm saying? And Raw Digger, who is my bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is my OG, female rapper. So it was dope seeing all the DJs. They had all the DJs represented. Because DJ Marley Marl was was presented like the biggest award, of course, because he's the founder of hip hop. But all those women, it was really cool to see that. Okay. So
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I thought the BET Awards were cool. But DJing is such an art form.
Yeah.
Right? And so like you talk about you have to catch up. And I am here to say, like, Jay-Marr has an incredible work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Marr will go on Snapchat and just record himself. And you'll just see, like, you can watch the time lapse and it's just hours of him DJing. And he just records it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah. Like I said, it's just kind of, you gotta appreciate what you do. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I feel that, because I'm playing catch up and because
I don't think you are.
I mean, again, but it's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's kind of like when you sit in a room of guys that's been doing the profession for 10, 15 years. I kind of feel that I'm not necessarily welcomed, but, I don't belong here sometimes.
You're 33, right?
Yeah, 33.
Definitely. So you're not playing, I mean, so you started at 28 or
27, 26.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I started in my trade, in my regular job at 27, so and I'm now 47, but, I did feel in that gap. I feel you.
Yeah.
But you're not, but I don't think you are. I don't, I don't know any of your stuff. I haven't seen you personally.
Yeah. But
I don't think of it like that. I mean, what I hear,
Yeah, no, I think with me, it's like I said, it just comes from not competitive nature. You know what I'm saying? I play hoop, I play ball in school. And so it just comes from, I want to bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what we doing, man, I want to bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? Even with Don G, I think even though how much I respect him and I think he's dope, DJ Numbers, DJ Cole, I mean, there's so many dope ass dudes that's out here, Vega, so many, even females, you know what I'm saying? But like, if we get on the track together, and we about to mix together, I'm here to burn you. I'm about to burn your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't come here to be your friend. After we done, we can shake hands and hug. You know what I'm saying? So it's just me being competitive at the end of the day. And that's why I feel I go so hard. And I feel that I'm playing catch up. And so, like, you being in the game for 15 years, you can never tell me that I can't keep up with you. You might be better than me. That's okay. But I can keep up. That's how I look at it.
There was a situation recently where he was DJing with another DJ and he was sort of invited into that space and he ended up quitting. And I was like, why? He was like, because I'm better than him and I'm getting the attention. And like, I don't want to do that. Like,
you make that sound like I'm just a dick or something.
No, I'm not saying that.
It was the opposite. I'm feeling the vibe of the opposite. I'm feeling the vibe. Like, I'm feeling the vibe of the opposite. Like, is there some kind of like he's...
Like you were being, I felt like you were being humble. I'm saying like,
it's kind of like,
this isn't my space.
This, I feel like, you as a comedian, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you do, and you know what you're capable of, and you know that every time you step on that stage, you're here to bring it. Every single fucking time, no matter if there's one person in the crowd or a million people in the crowd, you come here to do this shit because you do it for real. And you know the passion and the time and the tears and everything that you've put behind this shit. And I try to tell you, man, I put in a lot of tears and a lot of passion behind this shit. So when I get with somebody and I see that you ain't working as hard as me, I feel that you shouldn't be in my circumference, bro. We can be cool, we can be friends, but I take this DJ shit really, really serious. I take it really sincere. And so if you can't do that, bro, you get the fuck away from me, man. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? We can be cool.
I got you.
But when it comes to this DJ shit, we won't be. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing is I wasn't saying it like you thought you were better than them and that you were like too above them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt like in that particular situation, you were like, that's like, I'm a guest in this space and I'm not trying to outshine them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was hearing what she was saying. Like, they're gonna take their spotlight. Yeah. When you didn't want it like that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not even about taking someone's spotlight. You feel me? It's just about, again, I come to perform, man. I come here to bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? So it gets to a point now where like I see that you feel intimidated now because I may take this a little more serious than what you do. You probably came here to press play and have some fun. You know what I'm saying? I came here to change a culture. I came here to give people experience. So when they leave this motherfucker, they gonna know, hey, yo, that DJ Jay-Marr guy, hey, I might want to come back to this spot. You know what I'm saying? It's an experience with me. That's what Northwest Noize is. It's an experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want people to do every time I DJ for you.
What's your vision for Northwest Noize?
Right now, we're in the process of creating a storefront. I love my city. I love, and not just Federal Way, just the whole Northwest in general. I feel that we're a slept-on region. I've been like always. And so with that being said, I wanted to have a platform where artists can come through and be themselves and not just, do it with DJs or rappers. Like I said, anything in general. If you have your own fashion brand, your own, you make candles, you make cupcakes. I don't give a damn what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I want you to have a platform where you can come, give it to me. And because of my likability, I can get you more likability yourself. Kind of just scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Got you.
And we've talked about this.
Yes.
So he wants to have a DJ, obviously, but not just for yourself, right? To invite other people.
Absolutely,
you know
other DJs, yeah. And
then kind of have time frames where if you sell candles, then you put your candles in that store for the 6-month period. You know what I'm saying? And it's a place to highlight other up and coming, artisans of different styles and different textiles.
Who for making noise? You making noise, man. Northwest Noize. Then we want you. Man. I don't give a damn what you do. You can.
So it could be clothing. It could be, soaps and whatever, fragrances, whatever. But do you envision that in being primarily products by Black people?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. No, hell nah. I think that would be ignorant to do that. You know what I'm saying? And not in a bad way. I just feel that in the day, there are so many art out here. Look where we live at. We live in Seattle, Washington. We live in the most diverse places in the country. You know what I'm saying? We got from the Arabs to Muslims and to white, Black, Asian. Doesn't matter what it is. Polynesian. I need all that. Because there's something for everybody. There's a spot for everybody.
And I wanted to highlight that because there's a lot of Black folks that start Black things for Black people. And I know that that's not really, maybe the methodology he subscribes to necessarily.
I just don't see how you can win with that method, me personally,
There's nothing wrong with being culturally, holding down, but to expand it is a different way.
I just kind of feel to kind of make us, why not make us one people? Regardless of whatever, you know what I'm saying? Black, white, orange, pink, you know what I'm saying? Us being one people, and then the day, that's the dopest thing about it in general. Why not because then when you look at hip hop, hip-hop's one of the most diverse musics in the world. We got subgenre of country hip-hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's so diverse. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of looked at my vision is we hip-hop. And, and Polynesians do hip-hop, and Mexicans do hip-hop, and gays do hip-hop. And why not be a part of all that? You know what I'm saying? If it's the rainbow flag and he or she and they really rapping that shit, let's rap it. Let's throw it out there and support it. Why not? I think it's ignorant not to. And so that's my personal opinion on it.
I like that.
I'm going to ask your favorite question.
What? Oh. What's your favorite? Who influenced you? What do you feel influenced you the most?
What influenced me, like musically?
Life, music. If you have 3 different people, I don't know.
Man, I got to say my Uncle Aaron off top. He,
okay.
That's my man. He passed away back when I was 11. My uncle was in a wheelchair, but he was one of the dopest rappers I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I used to sneak in his room, man, hide under the bed just to hear him rap. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that's one thing that really kind of influenced me. Of course, my mother, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing that's always going to be, top of my brain. Love that lady to death. And my sisters, man.
Yeah.
Off top. They... I'm like the only male figure in their life, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of look to me for everything, even though they're grown women now, you know what I'm saying? It's always, what would Big Brother think?
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I keep that really close to me. So that's definitely motivational, right? For me.
Are there still this is a stupid question. Are there still DJ competitions?
Yeah.
I just envision the movie Juice.
Yeah.
You know the movie Juice.
Yeah. So we got Jazzy Jeff, in my opinion, the greatest DJ to ever touch turntables.
A lot of people
you know what I'm saying? Like my personal opinion. Jazzy, he has something called the Red Bull 3 style. And Red Bull is basically the drink Red Bull. And we have a big competition.
Red Bull always does fringe things, like the skate competition.
They got their hand in a little bit of everything.
And so Jazzy Jeff basically had a competition of DJs. Some of the best DJs who, and if you're in the community, you kind of know these people. DJ Puffy, you know, DJ Esco, a lot of these guys. But with that being said, it's just like 8 Mile. It's just like 8 Mile, and we go head to head, and we have our crews, and we have our personal beefs, and you know, it's all love at the end of the day, but it's competition. You know what I'm saying? So I actually plan to hop in that. Hopefully next summer. I know skill wise I'm not there yet, but give myself another year. I think that I'll be ready to take that on and bring it back for Seattle. I think I could do that. I think that I'm not dope. Absolutely.
What about Northwest Noize sponsoring a competition?
You know what? That would be dope, and I think that in the future, you know, we can do something like that.
I would love to support them. Like, I would love to help you plan that. That'd be really awesome.
That'd be dope. I think that that's going to take a little bit more culture building in our city. You know what I'm saying? For that, I don't think that we're ready for something like that just yet.
I think if we started, I think if you started with just even 10 DJs, that'd be dope.
Yeah, but you gotta understand too, like this DJ stuff, man, it's just like rappers, man. No one wants to lose. You know what I'm saying? It's not like what it was back in the 80s and 90s. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's always looking about your image and what you look like when you're doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So with me personally, like I said, like even though my big homie's Don G and his DJ stuff, I'll take him on anytime he wants to battle. And I know I'm gonna lose. But I'm okay with losing because I know that anybody else don't want to battle me.
But you're also learning every time you do that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll take these ass whoopings. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because I give them out too. You know what I'm saying? So I can take one, I can also give one out. So that's how I look at, you know what I'm saying, this DJ shit. Like, you might whoop my ass, but give me 2 more weeks and let me learn some shit, let me polish up. I'm going to be right back.
Yeah, recently we went through a couple of different comedy competitions.
Yeah, okay.
You know, we had one at Nate's, preferably. Yeah. And where you start off 3 minute, what we do, they did 6 rounds.
Yeah, too many.
Five rounds of, what was the
5 rounds of 20.
5 rounds of 20 comic.
Damn.
And, each, they went consecutive Tuesdays, whatever.
Sink or swim.
You know, and you're doing 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And for some of us that have developed a little skill, 3 minutes has now become mundane. Yeah. You know, and it's like, it's not enough time to really
get your material out.
Get your real material out.
Yeah.
I'm not, I try to bring the fire, but, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I don't know if I got everything out. I know I got all my laughs, but I don't know if I got me out.
And that's the thing with battling, you know what I'm saying? Because you can come up with a routine, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that, like, I feel with myself, you can come up with a routine, and my shit can be, to me, my ear, what I hear can be wild, can be crazy. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna kill him with this. And then I may perform it at my little local bars or whatever, and no one reacts, bro. Yeah. No one reacts. Okay. No one reacts. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you know what I just did? Yeah, y'all don't understand what I just put together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not listening.
Yeah, I relate, man. Like, I relate to that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the same thing. That's exactly the same thing as comedy, right?
Yeah,
you can do 3 mics in one night, and one audience is hollering, and the next audience is like,
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of, it's different show for different folks. But then, like, you know, like I said with DJing, it's like, I feel that, like, when I DJ and no one's dancing, I target that one person who is dancing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you guys tell a joke, you guys tell a joke for that one person, and then, you know what I'm saying, it kind of, I got you.
I mean, more or less. Sometimes.
How would you describe, like, your style as a DJ?
That's a good question. That's a real good question. I'm definitely a battle DJ. I definitely battle. Like I said, I want your heart, I want your soul. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm an athlete first. But damn, I never really thought about that. That's a good question. Definitely complex, because I'm gonna mix some rock and some hip hop and some reggae. It's gonna be different with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna say unorthodox. That's my style.
That's what's up.
You know, I don't know sometimes. You know, so.
What are your favorite, like, what, I don't know how to word this properly, I guess. Like, what artists do you love using their music.
What artists do I love to spin?
Yeah.
Do I mix the most? Like personally or for party-wise, event-wise?
Both.
Okay. So because we on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? This is a Bay Area influenced state, Washington is.
Yeah.
We are so...
Shout out to the Bay.
You know, the Bay Area. For some reason,
Seattle's a Bay Area.
It's a Bay Area
junior.
influence. Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
They want to be us.
So bad. Yay. Like I love the town, but you know, we got the town from the town, which is the Bay. You
Okay,
know
pause. Okay, but we're not going to just let that go. So y'all know I'm from the Bay.
Yeah, we know.
Right, but I'm from San Jose, right? But in the Bay, San Francisco, their nickname is the city. Like you see that on the Warriors jerseys, right? The city. And in Oakland, their nickname is the town. And I came here and somebody told me they were from the town one day. I was like, oh, you from Oakland? And they were like, no, I'm from Seattle. I was like, I'm sorry, what? And I realized Seattle calls themselves the town.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. You guys are such biters.
And that's the thing about the town, Seattle, is just like we don't really have our own identity out here. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to even our music, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we ain't been popping the music hub since Nirvana.
Yeah.
And when you really think about it, you know, Macklemore didn't do nothing for this as far as, you know, hip hop for Seattle.
We can't let JoJo listen to this episode.
I'm sorry, but this is just the facts.
I think he did.
What did he do?
I mean, I think that Macklemore is a very well-loved artist who's selling out a tour right now as we speak. And he very much loves Seattle and reps his city.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
Who has Macklemore put on from the city, though?
Oh, I'm not saying that part.
That
I'm
matters,
saying as an
though.
individual artist. I hear you on that. Yeah. I hear you on that. And I don't know how that all works, right? Because I don't know who all the players are.
And I get it. But then when you think about, like, look at artists like Drake, one of the biggest artists in the world. He's constantly putting on The Weeknd from Toronto. He's putting on people from his home city, you know, and he's giving these opportunities out. Macklemore, you beat Kendrick Lamar in a Grammy race, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, all eyes are on you at that point, you know? And you bring nobody up, no DJs, no comics, no nothing. All this talent that we have in this melting pot right here. And you didn't come back not one time and give come on, man. Like, I mean, I just got to be honest.
And I get that from a personal space, why you
not
feel
even
that
a personal
way.
space. I mean, just a business space. You don't feel that you can make no money? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So there's this much talent here. You know,
right.
and I just kind of feel that, like, again, like, you know, you get on, you know, and
it does feel, okay, first of all, I harass people when I talk shit about how much Seattle wants to be the Bay Area. I fuck with people, right? I talk shit to them. But in reality, it's an honor, right? Like, they love that so much. That's why they want to be that way.
When you're from the Bay, though.
Right. So I get the respect there, you know what I'm saying? But I also get that Seattle and Tacoma don't have as pronounced cultures as they probably should. You know, Seattle got its own flavor. Tacoma has its own flavor. But are they as big and regionally important on a national scale? No. You know what I'm saying? I do get that.
We do nothing for the culture.
I do get that. But I also think that I feel like Seattle is just a cultural island. Like, it really is in a lot of ways. And I mean, I've been here 10 years and I really can't figure out the why, you know? I really can't. Because it's not like you don't have sports. You definitely you guys have sports. Yeah. You know, you guys won, a Super Bowl in the last, decade and the stuff that the Storm does, and the Kraken was this new hot hockey team. And there's lots of reasons why Seattle should be, I don't know, more important, more prominent.
I think they're right on the cusp.
I think so too.
You know?
I could see that. But when it comes to the music specifically, though, it is weird. Like, it is weird that they don't have their own sound. I mean, you can find amazing individual artists, but there's no collective sound. But I don't even know how that works. How does Houston sound like? How do you not? That's Houston. Yeah. That's Bay Area.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel that we have individuals like, if you talk about Houston, we talking about DJ Screw.
Yeah.
Of course.
We're talking about DJ Screw. I mean, that's one of the goats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I think that is Maybe that is the answer there. And honestly, we haven't included you much, but Nook, like, as a producer, anytime you want to like give input, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because this is in your genre of.
I know for the Bay Area, I know Bay Area music because I hear certain producers, right? And certain producers have such significant sounds. So I just wonder if we need one producer to work with all of these great artists, because there are a lot of great artists here, to create that sound.
But the problem is with the artists out here is that Seattle don't like Tacoma. Tacoma don't like Seattle. That's
True.
Just what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like the artists want to work with each other.
Yeah, we had the same thing in the H in the 90s. It was like North Side versus South Side.
Exactly, and it shouldn't be that way at all. You know what I'm saying? But like these are like we're in so much competition with each other, and to keep it just 100% real with y'all, when it comes to rap, no one's really that good. And when we're talking about Seattle, no one's really. But you look at Atlanta, right? No one's really that good, but they all work together. They're all building together. You know what I'm saying? No one's like you gotta think if you were rapping since after 2010, like if you're not T.I., if you're not, you know what I'm saying, Andre 3000, like one of those dudes, then you're not legit like that. Ludacris, you're not legit. You know what I'm saying?
We was about to not be friends for a second.
You know what I'm saying?
I was
like,
about to choke
legit.
on my burrito real quick because I was like, I put up the 3. Like, you don't mention 3 seconds right now.
Like, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not nothing, but they all work together though. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at Sir Mix-a-Lot, he don't mess with nobody from the town. You've been on since the 80s, bro. And you haven't reached out to none of these new boys because they don't like what they're doing. Because truthfully, we're not that good lyrically. We're just not.
But how do you, I don't know. That seems like a much more nuanced conversation.
I got you.
Do you have any thoughts on this, no?
I mean, I see so many people. It's a lot going on all at once, and it's not really a cohesive thing.
We ain't together.
Everybody's pulling from different places, and it's just... And like me personally, I make everything, so I'm not helping.
But I don't know. I think that's one of the things that makes a few markets, and I would say the Bay and Houston specifically, those markets are so identifiable by just their beats.
New York. I mean,
New York.
I was going to say, New York was the third one I was going to mention, right?
New York.
Like, you know when that shit is like smooth and buttery, that Houston flow.
Yeah.
Or that fucking gutter ass New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That
But at
just
the same
straight
time,
hard,
though,
sitting on a stoop. And in the Bay Area, R.I.P. to Trax a Million. You know what I'm saying? Trax a Million was a personal friend of mine. And he did so much music that is just identifiably for the Bay. Like him and Mr. Fab, because Fab, on top of being a rapper, also made a lot of his own beats and also produced a lot of his own shit. But like, especially during, the early 2000s, they created that sound. You know what I'm saying? And like, but that's a Trax a Million beat, period. And I not every area, even Atlanta doesn't really have that, because Atlanta is such a vast music, like Atlanta is everything for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So they have many different styles.
But the thing with Atlanta is like, that's more just the South. You know what I'm saying?
But Atlanta's also a melting pot.
Which is
like
true,
I'm watching Fat Joe on the BET Awards. Shout out to like how dope Atlanta is. And it's a mind fuck for me, because I'm like, bro, you're from New York. You know what I'm saying? But like, Atlanta is the mecca of hip hop, and it has been for a while. But it's also a melting pot of hip hop. It's not. Houston rappers
It'll
are from
be
Houston.
people from other places go to
It's the
Atlanta.
Seattle of music. Like, keep it 100, right? Like, you go to Houston, and Houston rappers, producers, they're from Houston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
and
Same thing with Bay Area shit.
Yeah.
But you go to Atlanta, and it's some people that moved up from Louisiana, some people that came from LA, some people that came down from New York. And now you got a melting pot of stuff, which is why you have such an expansive amount of sound that comes out of there. But
This topic went like, but good. Like went right or left.
we all like music.
Yeah.
We all have a lot of experience.
I know we
with music.
supposed to be talking about you, but you.
So that music is me.
Yeah.
Well, and I do want to talk. I want to get back to you real quick before we move on. One of the things that I I'm in a weird situation because I'm not only friends with Jay-Marr, but like I'm friends with his mom because I'm like in between them age group wise, right? So I think we met. I didn't realize it at the time, but we met at a political event because you were at a political event for Canada I was running. Ironically, Lamont Stiles, who we just talked about, the one who owns the barber school, he was running for city council at one point. And so I didn't even realize I had met Jay-Marr. And then I don't know how we started talking again a while later. But in the last few years, getting to know him, a few things. Going from being an athlete to having some of your health issues, and some of your health issues have taken over a lot of your life.
Yeah.
Do you think that music plays in a part of like keeping you mentally healthy, like helping you heal?
Well, that's a good question.
You don't have to talk about what other things going on.
No,
but like,
absolutely.
You definitely have had some challenges.
I think that number one, it's just kind of, for me at least, I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, I come from a strong background. You know what I'm saying? I had a mom that was just really, really tough, and not like tough like on us as kids, but just as a tough individual. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's good to see when kids see their parents go through trials and tribulations. We got to figure out how we got to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so if I don't see nobody doing it, then that's gonna, I feel, affect me in a lot of different ways. So for me, just being mentally strong, tough, I'm mentally tough to begin with. That's the most important thing.
I will say before you continue though, it's interesting that you say that about your mom because she's always, when people refer to someone as a queen, like that's, like Audra gives that vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really know what's going on in the background because she's just always in public, well put together. Well, you know what I'm saying? Even on her social media, and I see her mom at the bar. I see her mom at community events. I see her mom at festivals. She was at, she came down to the South Sound, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So it's like, but she's always very well put together. Just, you don't, there's some people that kind of wear their world on their chest or on their face or in the way they carry themselves or the way they present themselves. And Audrey's always just like, no. And even like when I would, for a while he was sick last year. And like when I would see his mom, I'd be like, I haven't talked to him. Is he? And she would give me honest responses, but she was always just, I don't know. She has such an amount of grace. So to hear like that shit wasn't always that way.
Yeah.
It just gives me a lot more respect because she's so well put together and she's so graceful in her space, and I have a lot of respect for her for that.
I appreciate that.
But
definitely,
it's interesting hearing that other perspective of like she had to get out the mud. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, I think that when you watched that as a little kid. You know what I'm saying? And I had a single mom coming up, so it wasn't like no dad was around. It was just me and her. I'm the oldest. And so with that being said, like, it was a lot of just watching her mess up. And, dude, like, your mom has a master's degree in criminal justice, but that wasn't always the case, I had to bail Miss master's degree out of jail a couple times.
Oh,
you know
really?
what I'm saying?
That shocks me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My mom's a homie.
Sorry if we just outed you, Audrey. I didn't know about your gangster.
You know what she was doing, Mom. You know what I'm saying? You know what she was doing. But then the day, too, is just kind of like I said, those trials and tribulations, watching her go through those things helped me, figure out, like, I didn't see my mom, a woman, go through this shit. So as a man, and I'm not trying to be sexist, but, if this little lady can go through this shit, and the reason why I can't. You know what I'm saying? Without no excuses. So, we put my head down and just work.
Because for a while you were kind of stuck at home.
Yeah.
Whereas what part did music and DJing play for you?
Oh, man, shit.
Sometimes that's honestly the only reason I knew he was like existing is because I would see on Snapchat he doesn't put himself in those videos. It's just him DJing.
Yeah.
Like it's just the turntables.
Yeah.
And so that's how I would be like, okay, he's good.
Nah, when I was going through what I was going through about year ago, two years ago, DJing was everything. That was everything. Right? You know what I'm saying? I wanted to prove to myself that this is an art that I was going to be dope at. You know what I'm saying? I was going to be really, really good. And every day was was important. You know what I'm saying? I seen something in a TV show. He said, you can't run with the wolves all night if you spend all day sparring with puppies. And that shit just did something to me at that point. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna make no excuse at all. Because I ain't about to be sparring with no puppies. I'm running with the big dogs. And that's how I kind of looked at it.
That's interesting because he and I have a lot of conversations about comedy, and he gives me his opinions freely about what I should be doing and where I should be going. And a lot of that is that right there. Like, you're better than these people. Like, look where you are. Look where you're going to be. And, he really believes that. And that's one of the reasons that I like Jay-Marr so much, because he listens to those things and he learns the lesson and then he applies them to his life. So
that's dope.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
He's also incredibly humble. He's very quiet. He's not humble if you're actually talking to him. Like, I mean, he's popped off a little bit today, you know what I'm saying? But he's not really flashy, or he doesn't really brag a lot. Like, if you talk to him, he'll be like, yeah, I'm that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's another thing I really appreciate about you is that you are able to be like, this is what I'm good at. Here's where I need to grow. Yeah.
I know that as good as I think I am, you know what I'm saying? I know that there's some kid, probably 13, you know what I'm saying, right now. And he get up every day and he watch all my videos. He watch all my, you know what I'm saying? And he probably eating a bowl of Apple Jacks. He said, I'm about to kill him one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. That's my biggest fear. You're on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know he out there doing it, you know, every day. Every time he turn on that motherfucking phone. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We'll make sure that he ain't gonna ever kill shit. not me. And so that's how I look at it, you know. Shout out to a 13-year-old. He ain't about to do nothing to me. So that's how I look at that, you know.
I would just like you to do, as you continue to evolve, I would like to see you do work with young people.
Yeah.
You know
yeah, definitely.
Because you don't have that big ego and you don't have that, I don't know, a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, it's not about me when it comes to Northwest Noize and DJing. You know what I'm saying? It's about the comedians. It's about the people that are doing art, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's important, is the art. You know what I'm saying? Art can be done in any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Whether if that's cooking, anything you do with your hands, anything you do creatively, you know what I'm saying? That's art, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So
now, Northwest Noize is you?
Northwest Noize is the brand. Northwest Noize is what you see. I just push the Northwest Noize. I work for Northwest Noize. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I more like it.
And I'm the CEO of it.
And I'm the CEO and owner and founder.
Who is in your crew? Like, who are your people?
My girl Melissa Monet Media.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? She's one of the dopest media people that you could know out here. My big sister Nina with GESD, getting shit done. You know, one of the dopest designers in the Fed. My boy Don G, one of my other DJs, you know, to work with me. DJ Cole, DJ Numbers. Of course, shout out to Jay-Marr, you know, my baby sister Jaleesa, my moms, you know what I'm saying? We all put this thing together. They help me recruit. They help me fund. They help me do business plans. Whatever I need, you know what I'm saying? They're there for me. And I appreciate all of them, you know.
It's very homegrown and organic. I just realized we did not do this during the last episode. Do you have any questions for us?
I have any questions for a couple.
And then we'll go to dope or trash.
As far as comedians, being a comedian, what do you think? Because it's entertainment. Like, what do you compare that as the hip hop industry? Like, you know, like with if I'm a rapper, if I'm a DJ, I put out a mixtape, and then I shop around my mixtape. That's how I
think it's exactly the same.
Know, is it the same thing?
100%.
Like, so you guys
I think you have people that you're close to, that's your clique.
Yeah.
I think you have people that hate on you. Those are your enemies.
Yeah.
I say that word loosely, but I think you got it.
I think the problem is with a mixtape versus us. So there's something with in the comic world is like we like to protect our jokes. Yeah. Because like you're working on a set. If you release too much, then when some people finally come see you, they've already seen all the stuff online. Yeah. You can't come up with a new. I mean,
that's also for newer comics. I was actually just reading an article about that. Like, I'll forward it to you if you didn't see it in the Northwest group. But it's Gary Goldman put out like an article where he talked about how he had committed to putting out a new tip for comedians, like for every day for a year, and he did it. So this article kind of overviews it. And one of the things he said was it's hard because social media is so important, but new comics don't have the material.
Yeah.
You know, Nate Jackson does entire weekends at his own club just so he can clip it up.
Yeah.
Because that's how Nate Jackson is getting famous right now. We don't have those opportunities.
Yeah.
So I go out and do 10 minutes. I'm trying to work on the jokes I have.
Yeah.
That means I'm doing the same joke 5 times a week for 6 weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? I don't have all that social media, and it makes it very difficult.
Yeah.
But I also think I think that Rob is accurate from like a newer comic. For an older comic, that's what you're doing. That you're putting together a 30-minute set. You're making your own little special at the theater up the street. And you're like our homeboy Juan Forno, he just did his own shit in Canada. It's on Prime right now. You know what I'm saying? So you self-promote until you get a break. You know what I'm saying? So it's very similar.
Yeah.
So is it a break or is it a fan base?
It doesn't. It could come from any direction. There could be somebody that's like, I want that guy, and I want him to go on tour with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Canada. You know that. I'm going to Canada in a few weeks. I go to Canada. They love me. All of a sudden, I'm going to Canada 5 times a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just from one opportunity. Or in 5 years from now, I put together my 30-minute special and I shop it around, and now I have all these followers, and then clubs book you because of the amount of followers you have. Honestly, there's no clear path.
That's
the same way in music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same in
I mean, they found Justin Bieber on YouTube, right?
I got you.
And there's people that sing better than Justin Bieber that will never only
touch it.
be doing karaoke every Friday night at the local honky tonk. That's just the way it is. So it's exactly the same in a lot of ways. I think
that's wild. Okay.
And for us, both of us got started late in the game, as far as age-wise.
Old.
I got you.
And so it's kind of
that's life.
I mean, but then like, because you say that like, okay, you got to start late in the game, but like, do you feel that like in this game you can be just like a natural?
Oh yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Because
we've talked about it before in the pod.
Yeah.
Because we were older, we have more material.
Yeah.
You go down to Tacoma Comedy Club and you watch the 20 to 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
They're talking about the same shit because they don't have anything else to talk about.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that puts us at an advantage if we want to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we have a life to talk about. So
okay,
but we're also both natural. I think both of us are both naturally funny, naturally comics.
Yeah, I mean we both crack jokes a lot. Yeah. I mean I think that we are naturally funny people, so that helps. I have a stage presence. Yeah. That's what I get commented on more than anything is my stage presence, right? Yeah. So like that's natural for me. I mean, it's natural in some ways. It's also just because I've been in front of people for a long time doing different things, even politics. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm comfortable public speaking or whatever. And this is just a form of public speaking. So yes, I think that we have that. And that's a benefit for sure.
I got you.
But there's other struggles, like we're older. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're not young and pretty. You know, I see comics that get opportunities because of the way that they look all the time. Like, last night I was at a show in Seattle and I went up third and I was like, I'm the and it's in Seattle and it's, you know, everybody's queer on the show basically and whatever. And I was like, I'm the diversity hire tonight, you guys. I'm the fat one. And it was crickets. And I was like, you guys, when the fat person makes the joke, you can laugh. I know it's Seattle. And then they laughed, right? Yeah. But that's how Seattle crowds are. Yeah. Like if the gay person's making a gay joke, it's appropriate. Yeah. If the white person is making their racist black joke, that's when you get quiet. But Seattle is weird. Yeah. But it's like we're older and we just have different opportunities that we can bring to table. But then we have those downsides, right? Like we're not as attractive as the young new people. We're not as cool. But we're also just on our own paths and we realize that.
So you would just say like it's more just like like you said, anything goes. Instagram, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, working on social media is hard, and that's hard for everybody.
Yeah, I believe
but,
it.
like we have like families and lives, so you know, it's if you're sitting at home at your parents' house and you don't have a job, you probably have more time to make skits or whatever. So that could be challenging for sure.
Yeah, because I think like with DJ and like you can't necessarily be naturally good at DJing.
Oh, no,
you really have to like practice that. You know what I'm saying? You really have to like really put it in, you know, but not to say that, you know, what I do is hard, because I think that, you know, standing in front of a bunch of people and trying to be funny, like purposely trying to, because I can't be funny on purpose. I have to naturally, you know, tell a joke from my sense of humor to come out.
The one thing I think that you do have naturally, and this is something I'm not good at, is I think when you're a DJ, you have to know music.
Yeah.
Because sometimes DJs put songs in a mix and I'll be like, I haven't heard that song in 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Where'd they, you know what I'm saying? Like, or songs that I loved. That I couldn't even, if I heard it, I'd be like, yeah, I used to love that shit, but I couldn't even tell you what it was right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I think that is probably part muscle, but part just in you, you know?
I think so. I mean, I think with me, music's a time machine. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about comedy, but like, I could tell you the first time I ever seen Cat Williams special, and he had the green jacket on. I remember exactly what I was doing, you know? So with music, the first time I hear a song that I just love, I know what I was doing. I know where I was at. I know where I was
cataloged.
It's just, you know, it's just kind of like that sense right there. So yeah.
Do you have any other questions for us?
I don't.
Do you want to move on to dope or trash?
Yeah.
Did you bring some topics?
I didn't today.
Oh, fail.
I didn't.
That's okay.
Fail.
I didn't today.
That's okay. We went long, and I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I know this is going to come out afterwards, but candy corn.
Oh, fucking trash.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Terrible.
Trash.
Should never make it. It's horrible.
Yeah,
my daughter loves that shit. It's fucking gross.
Yeah, your daughter likes Peeps too, and
that's disgusting.
That's the trash of Easter.
Yeah,
Right.
like
Candy corn of Easter.
My daughter makes terrible decisions. Other than choosing her mom. You know what I'm saying? Everything else in her life is trash.
All right. So we all say trash. What do you say, Nook?
I like candy corn.
Damn.
I do.
All right, you guys, this has been our last session here at Stay Hydrated Studios. Shout out to Lamont. Hope you get better. What the fuck, bro? Those things are nasty. You would like some shit like that.
Tastes like chewy butterscotch. That's all good.
Chewy butterscotch.
No. And now you're trying to ruin butterscotch for us? Fuck off, bro. Inappropriate. Candy corn is fucking gross. But I like black licorice, so, you know.
See?
Oh, that's
Now who's-
gross.
I know.
That's
Who's the real perpetrator, huh?
Yeah, I can't do that.
But
You
whatever.
over here committing felonies and shit. Don't talk about me.
You ain't gotta get all extra just because you like the nastiest candy. Probably second after Peeps, but yeah. Face tattoos.
Ooh. I mean, if you're an artist, go ahead. But I don't know. I think I'm still old enough that the stigma of like face tattoos, like how are you going to be employable? But you know, but I also know that we're transitioning from that. So, but I don't think I would get them anyway. I say trash.
No, that's trash.
Oh, I love Jay-Marr for that. But you don't even have tattoos, right?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with tattoos, but on your face though, man, like, come on. You know what I'm saying? At some point, now you gonna get old. You know
I think
what I'm
maybe
saying?
little tiny ones like by your ear sometimes are cute.
I get when you start putting them all over here and over your forehead and all that type stuff, like you wilding right now. Yo.
That Tekashi 6ix9ine look is
Yeah,
not
like that is crazy.
trash.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I did see, I think it's actually one of my tattoo artists over at the shop at Autotroph. She has a heart tattooed right here, almost like a mole. Like where's my mole? Right here? It's like right there, but it's a heart. And it's a tattoo. And it's almost faded, or she had makeup on. I don't know. That was kind of cute. Like right here. But all this.
Yeah. You know,
Cool.
I don't even really. Neck tattoos are weird to me.
Yeah.
But I'm getting close, so I don't know. Maybe I'll change my opinion. What do you think, Nut?
Then you got to be a real specific motherfucker to have a face tattoo and it not bother everybody around you.
Not bother everyone around.
You got to.
I'm dying. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Okay, so we all say that was trash. Yeah. Cool. Do you have another one?
Sober October.
Sober October. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, you know, they have other ones like Dry July or.
I think
fucking-
not drinking very often is dope.
Yeah.
I think that we are a society that, for some reason, puts a lot of money into alcohol.
Yeah.
So people can kill other people in their cars and say dumb things and make phone calls they should never make. And
I will never stop drinking, but I know that
if I never had another drink in my life, I'd be like,
No, I know the limit, or at least I think I do.
So, what do you think?
I don't really drink. I mean, every now and again, but nah.
Yeah, Jay-Marr and I drink like at the same level. Like,
Alcohol's nasty, so I'm good.
what do you think, Nick?
Any excuse for sobriety is cool with me.
So dope. So we all say dope, basically.
I say dope.
October.
I say that it's dope to have sober October every once in a while, but like also, what do you need a reason?
Right, and that's my thing. Like, I think it's dope because I think everyone should just really stop drinking.
Yeah.
But why do you need to participate in sober October?
Right.
Like, what have you been doing in September? I don't know. I think if that's a thing for you, I think it's interesting because I don't, like, you should really reflect on some of your other life choices. Let's see. Okay, this is a good one. This is hip hop adjacent. Skechers. And you know why I said that?
Because of Snoop.
Yes.
I've never. I wouldn't.
Snoop
I don't.
Dogg make Skechers cool?
I would not sport Skechers. I say trash. He's like wanting to do a DJ spot for Snoop. He's like, and this clip comes out. He's like,
bro, might holler back. I don't know. Probably not. I'm a sneakerhead. I'm a shoe guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably gonna call it trash. But you never know because at one point, Champion was trash. Champion was trash.
That is the weirdest clothing evolution.
Yeah,
Champion was trash. So, I mean, it ain't trash no more. It's like $60 a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's crazy. We used to get that at Kmart.
Have we talked about that on here?
I think we've talked about it at some point.
So I'm just like, man, that motherfucker, whoever owns Champion played the long game.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Bless his heart.
Oh, yeah. He deserve it.
Because that
every
shit
penny.
was...
Every
he was
penny
broke
getting,
if he was wearing Champion.
Yeah.
Every penny he getting right now, he deserve it.
That's wild.
For real.
But Skechers, I don't know. I mean... They look like comfortable shoes. I'm just such a sneakerhead. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But the Snoop Dogg thing is just killing me.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it might go. That's why it might go. Like, for real.
I don't know. What do you think, Nut?
Yes, it's ugly.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're weird. I don't know.
Trash. Definitely trash.
Snoop Dogg's just doing it for the money, I guess. But it was weird. The whole partnership is weird. Oh, that was my second one, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
let's wrap it up.
This is coming out on the 1st of November, so I'll remind you to vote on the 7th. But before you do that, come and see me at Chi-Town Pizza, Second City Stage, Spanaway, Tacoma area. They have amazing Chicago-style pizza. It's super good. And it's going to be Travis Simmons, Tony Daniel, Mr. Mookie, a local legend, myself as the only lady and the only white person. I am the diversity hire that night. What?
Yeah, you are.
And the very fucking funny. I know, the only gay, everything. The only... yeah, Mom, I am the diversity hire for sure.
Yeah.
We're all going to be there. A show at 8 o'clock on Friday the 3rd. Shows at 7 and 10 on Saturday. Follow me on social media to get tickets.
Nice.
And the headliner that night is the very funny, like the incomparable Ty Barnett. So I'm excited. Come fuck with your girl. What do you have going on?
I got nothing.
That's all right.
I'm okay. But if you want me to tell some jokes, holler at me.
Right, for sure. Yeah. What do you have going on?
I got a couple events coming up. I got some Bellevue shit coming up. Some Portland shows coming up. I'm going to get back on the road pretty soon.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Me and my guys. And it's been about 3 years. Really 4 because COVID happened to us. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been back on tour. So I'm excited to announce that, you know.
How do people reach you?
Like I said, my Instagram, that's DJ253Mar. Reach me there. Facebook, you know. Twitter, any social media platform. You know, it's real simple. That's DJ Jay-Marr. That's JAY-MAR. You know, come rock with me. You know, one of the best.
That's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
Right.
That's on Instagram. It's all the name's the same. You know, and so like I said, if you want a dope DJ experience, I'm talking about a really dope experience, and not just someone just playing music to play music. I mean, we the guys.
He really does love music.
You know what I'm saying?
I went over to
DJs.
his house one night, and for like 3 hours, we went back and forth on who was better, Aaliyah
nice.
or Beyonce.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you that he won, and I'll tell you that I won.
Okay.
That was a pretty good matchup, though. We had our own. We did verses before there was verses.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
We're fucking pioneers in
I
this
think
shit.
we are the originals before that.
We
You know
are
what
the
I'm saying?
original
I can say
verses.
that.
I'm like, I can't spin this shit, but I'm gonna give you. He would go one Aaliyah song, and I would give him a Beyonce song. We went back and forth. It was great. It was a good night.
That's dope.
It was a good night. Nook, you got anything coming up?
Nope.
He's asleep.
He fell asleep. He finally got what he
fell
wanted.
asleep.
Finally got what he wanted.
That baby keeping him up. That baby keeping him up. I will just say that between these two episodes, I'm going to point out that I think Nook called his son a monster? A terror? I don't know.
That sounds like me.
Yeah. I was like, that baby isn't even moving yet.
Right. Oh, yeah. When you said that, yeah, he did say it terror.
I was like, Jesus Christ. The drama. It's been an honor to have you.
I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
I have a deep respect for the DJ game just
Thank
because
you.
I know how much it meant to my dad. We love music, and we wouldn't have modern day music if it wasn't for producers and DJs. The artists are cool, but DJs and producers are the ones who get the work done. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for having us.
I appreciate you.
On a personal level, I love you very much.
Love you guys too. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.
Let's go.
Special delivery. I stick it out. Delivery. Special delivery. Special delivery. Special delivery. 480. Special delivery. We're on top. Special delivery.
What the fuck though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. What the fuck though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. What the fuck though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. What the fuck though? I don't love, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. You're a roughneck. I'm a cutthroat. You're a tough guy. That's enough jokes. Then the sun died.